Before revolutionizing the science of physics, it is said that young Albert Einstein showcased his genius by creating a complex riddle involving a set of clues. Can you resist a brain challenge posed by one of the smartest individuals in history? Let's find out. The rarest fish in the world has been stolen from an aquarium in the city. The police have traced the clues to a street with 5 similar-looking houses. However, they cannot search all the houses simultaneously, and if they pick the wrong one, the thief will realize they are onto him. It's up to you, the best detective in the city, to solve this case. Upon arriving at the crime scene, the police share with you what they know. First, the owner of each house comes from a different country, drinks a different beverage, and smokes a different brand of cigarettes. Second, the interior walls of each house are painted a specific color. Third, a different pet lives in each house, one of which is the fish. After examining the clues for a while, you begin to gather insights. It may seem like a lot of information, but there is a logical way to reach the answer. Solving this riddle is very much like solving a Sudoku puzzle, so creating a table like this may help. Pause the video to attempt solving the riddle by examining the clues for yourself. The solution lies in 3, 2, 1. To start, enter clues 8 and 9. You'll quickly realize that since the Norwegian man lives at the end of the street, there is only one house next to him which, based on clue 14, should be painted blue. Clue 3 states that the owner of the green house drinks coffee. This house cannot be in the middle, as you know the occupant drinks milk. Additionally, house 2 cannot be it either, since its walls are blue. Since clue 4 indicates the green house must be directly to the left of the white house, it can't be the first or fifth house. The only remaining spot for the green house and the coffee drinker is house 4, which means the white house must be house 5. Clue 1 provides you with information about a nationality and a color, as the only location left with both unknowns is the middle house. This red-walled house must belong to the British man. Now, the only color left for the house's walls is yellow, which belongs to the first house, where according to clue 7, the owner smokes Dunhill cigarettes. Clue 11 tells you that the owner of the horse lives next door, which can only be house 2. The next step is identifying the beverage the Norwegian man has in house 1. It can't be tea because clue 3 states that tea is the drink of the Danish man. According to clue 12, whoever drinks beer smokes blends, and as milk and coffee are already assigned, it must be water. From clue 15, you learn that the neighbor of the Norwegian, who must be the owner of house 2, smokes blends. Now, the only remaining spot in the table without a cigarette and drink is house 5, which must belong to the person mentioned in clue 12. And since house 2 is the last without a drink, the Danish man drinking tea must live there. Now, house 4 is the only place left with unknown nationality and cigarette, so as per clue 13, the German man who smokes Prince lives there. Taking account of what's been eliminated, you find that the British man must smoke Pall Mall and the Swedish man lives in house 5, with the 6th and 2nd clues indicating they have a bird and a dog respectively. Clue 10 mentions that the owner of the cat lives next to the Danish man who smokes blends, so that must be in house 1. Taking into account the only remaining spot in the table, you realize that the German man living in the green house is the suspected thief. You and the police storm into the house and apprehend the fish thief. Since the solution was straightforward, solving riddles like this often involves false starts and dead ends. Part of solving involves elimination and a ton of tedious trial and error to arrive at the correct answer. The more logical puzzles you solve, the better you understand when and where to have sufficient information for conclusions. And did young Einstein really pose this riddle? Probably not. There's no evidence he did, and some clues used in the riddle are quite modern. However, the logic behind it isn't too far removed from what you would use for solving multivariable equations or even for explaining the origins of the universe.